see. Right. If I forget to record, just okay. Tell me, okay. Just sir, please record the session and also that I'll forget to record the sessions. Okay. Right. Fine. Okay. So like this, the file is going to convert. Okay. It will take time. Okay. After 40 minutes, every 40 minutes, the session is going to convert like this. And once it was converted, I'll show you one recorded file for you. Okay. I'll show you the recent recorded file, or else let me show you that one. It was already opened here. Yes, this one. Like this, you can see once the file is converted, a folder will pop up like this with the date and timestamp. This is your date and timestamp 2021 1 3rd means 3rd January 2021 7:37. Okay, morning 7:37. You can see 4 files. This is your audio file. Okay, first is audio file, chat box, whatever we have discussed, or else if anyone send any doubts, questions and all, it will be recorded in the chat message. This will be like supported file only, nothing will be there. This is just 105 bytes, nothing will be there. The actual video file is this one, zoom_0.mp4. Okay, the video file is this one. You can see here, if I just place cursor here, you can see 43 MB and 31 minutes 48 seconds. The session is 31 minutes 48 sessions and 48 seconds and all. Okay, so this is your video file. If you delete all these things, if this is having, that is fine. But if you delete this video file, you cannot get the video and all. Okay, so don't delete it, don't stop converting and all. Again, it will be difficult to get the recordings, but again, don't worry at all. I'm going to send the recordings every day. Okay, every day means after every week I'm going to send the recordings. Okay, every video it is going to store like this only, zoom_0.mp4. Okay, so like that you have to remember. Right, fine. So beta versions or else WhatsApp. Okay, you can see some of the people will get okay, pre-release of WhatsApp features, pre-release of WhatsApp features. Okay, so if WhatsApp wants to introduce any new feature, first it will go for a test run. Okay, it will choose some customers, or maybe 1 lakh customers around the country. It will choose, and it will release the pre-release for them. Like pre-release movie is there, right? In the same way, so it will, why it will do like that, it want to check the challenges in the new feature. Okay, whatever challenges are there, it want to see whatever challenges will come and all, it want to check. And if any challenges are there, if any problems are there, if any issues are there, it will fix all those issues. Once if everything is running fine, then only it will introduce the same features for all of the 200 crore customers. For WhatsApp, I guess 200 crore customers are there around the globe. 200 to 250 crore customers are there around the globe for WhatsApp. Okay, so before introducing the same features to 200 crore people or 250 crore customers, first it will go for a test run. That test run we are going to call it as a beta, something like that. Okay, in the technical, in the IT language, we are going to call it as a beta versions. Means if SQL Server wants to introduce a new version, it will not directly release the new version. First, it will not directly release the new version to the public. First, it will release the new version to the community people. Okay, CTP version, it will release the community technology preview version. CTP version means simply a pilot project kind of thing or a test project kind of thing. The same features, every feature will be there in the CTP version. Whatever features it wants to introduce in the new version, it will include all the features. But public, they cannot download it. But community people, you can also become a community member of your Microsoft. Okay, once you are a community member of the Microsoft will directly send you a link to download SQL Server 2020-22 software. You can download that new software, you can install it, you can work with it. If you face any challenges, you can send reviews to the Microsoft team. Okay, this is not good, this is not good, you in this area you can improve, I'm getting this kind of issues. You can send reviews, or else it will ask you to give the reports and all. You can voluntarily, you can give the feedback to the Microsoft. Once they found any issues, any troubles, any challenges, then they are going to improve all those challenges. Means first version of the SQL Server is called CTP version, Community Technology Preview. Community people can download it, can work with it, but you cannot install this CTP on the production servers. Yesterday we have discussed, right, production non-prod. Okay, we have discussed it, right? So you cannot install this CTP version on your production servers, but you can download it, you can work with it. See, people will be very enthusiastic. Like if any new iPhone came into the market, they will you can see the Bahubali queues, right? In India, how like Bahubali lines and all for Bahubali movie. In the same way, in the US and all, people will go for the stores if any new iPhone has been introduced. Like very big lines will be there to getting that iPhone and all. Okay. In the same way, very enthusiastic people will be there. They will wait when the SQL Server will release its latest version and all. Once they released, they will keep on checking, they will keep on like verifying everything is working properly or not. Okay, once they got that new version, they will give some reviews to the Microsoft. So Microsoft will collect all the information from the customers, and if any changes needs to be done, it is going to change it. If any issues, any bugs and all there, it is going to fix all the bugs. Then it will release the second copy, is called RC, released candidate. This is the second copy, the refined copy of CTP. Whatever challenges, whatever bugs are there in the CTP, it will fix all those challenges, bugs, and all. Then the same version it is going to release as a RC, released candidate. Same, you can download it, you can work like a CTP, and you can check any issues are there, any bugs are there. You can inform to Microsoft. Once everything is working fine, then finally it will release the RTM version of the SQL Server. Okay, finally it will release the RTM version of the SQL Server. This is the paid version. RTM means release it to market. This is the paid version. Okay, so you have to buy this version. RTM version means for every SQL Server, the base version is called an RTM version. Every SQL Server, the base version is called an RTM version. First, you have to install SQL Server. 2005 will have its own RTM, 2008 will have its own RTM, 2012 it will have its own RTM, 2014 or 2016, 2017, 2019, everyone will have first copy. Everyone will have its own RTM. Every version will have its own RTM version. So RTM people are going to like download. They have to download it. They have to buy it. Once they bought this software, Microsoft is going to send the link to download, or else it will send the keys will be there, right? For software it will be keys. It will like for licensed key and all will be there. It is going to send that licensed key. You have to put that licensed key while installing, so that this paid version is going to be installed. You can install this RTM on production, on prod, anywhere you can install it. Okay, this is the refined copy of the SQL Server. Like RTM copy is the base version and refined copy of the SQL Server. So whenever SQL Server you are installing any SQL Server, remember first you are installing an RTM copy of the SQL Server. Later, if any updates are came like service packs and all, cumulative updates and all, hot fixes and all, if any updates came, Microsoft will release those updates. You have to apply those updates on RTM. Okay, you have to say, for example, you bought in your mobile phone regularly. If it is connected to the internet, it will ask you to update the apps. So nowadays, every 2 3 days, please update the apps and all. If you just turn off the automatic updates, usually people will turn on the automatic updates. So if it is connected to the internet, automatically all the apps are going to be updated. But some people, because of phone slowness and all, some people will turn off the automatic updates. Okay, so every time it will ask you to update. So every 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, and a lot of apps will ask you to please update phone pay, please update your Google Pay, like that. It is going to send a notification. Okay, so updates means simply what we can say, an extra, like for example, if any issues are there, if any bugs are there, or else if PhonePe wants to introduce any new feature, all those features and all will be introduced in the update. Once you just apply the updates and all, you are going to get the new version of the, okay, your PhonePe application. In the same way, on RTM, okay, SQL Server regularly it is going to release some updates, like in terms of service packs, in terms of cumulative updates, in terms of hot fixes. So as a DBA, it is our responsibility, okay, to update your SQL Server. Your SQL Server should be with the latest version and all. Okay, so how to do that, how to do the patching and all, how to apply the updates and all, I'll take care of it. Don't worry at all. Okay, so on top of RTM, we are going to apply the service packs and all. Till SQL Server 2016, we have service pack concept. From 2017 onwards, there is no service pack concept. Okay, so you have to go for accumulative updates. There is no service packs from 2017, 19 as well. But updates will be there. I'm not saying updates will not be there. Updates should be there. Why? Because don't know next minute someone can hack. See, we are discussing since 1.5 hours, but all over the world, at least some hackers will try to hack the SQL servers and all. Okay, so for that reason, and you can see 2018 like that, 18 or 17, something like that. A new virus came. Okay, ransomware. Anyone heard about this? I don't know. Almost 40% of the machines in the world, 40% of the Windows machines, especially virus attacks will be there, mostly will be there on Windows machines only. Why? Because Windows machine is somewhat less security than compared to Linux machines and all. So 40% of the machines has been locked by hackers. They demanded money to unlock the Windows servers and all. So don't know in the next minute what kind of virus will attack like Corona. Okay, so we have to be aware of that, and whatever updates are giving by Microsoft, we have to implement all those updates on the SQL servers to get it safe. Okay, so on top of RTM, we are going to install service packs and all, right? Fine. So this is all about your CTP, RC, RTM, and service pack. Service pack is nothing but an update, right? So bill number, right? So bill number, we have already discussed. Bill number contains four parts. First one is major version. Second part is minor version. Third part is actual bill number, and fourth part is your revision history. Okay, it will be like this: 11.0, 11.00 dot xxxx.xx means like just one number will be there, not xxxx. Here you can see, okay, 5058. If you want to see the complete bill number, 11.0.5058.0, how to see it? Just open a query window. You can run query called select at version here. I'll tell you what is this query, way to write this query, how to check the output and all. Just expand this output. You can see 10.50.6000.34. This is your complete bill number you can get from the selected version command. Okay, don't worry at all, you will not see any coding commands and all. May mostly like one line commands, one line queries and all will be there. There is no query, there is no coding, there is no scripting kind of thing in the SQL server. Don't worry about the scripting if you have scripting here and all. Okay, fine. How to get the version? You can use selected version by using that command. You can, once you run that command on the SQL server, you can get it. See here, Microsoft SQL Server 2008 R2 version it is, and the bill number is 10.50.6000.34. Right. So any issues, any doubts as of now?
Ashwan, can you mute?
Any doubts? Any issues? Fine. Hamani, Anil, Ashwin, Banu, Madhavi, Ritesh, Rajesh, Yam, Saujanya, Lavanya, Ramesh. Any issues? Any doubts? If no doubts, okay.
Sir, in
Yes,
SQL
yes.
Server, we're using scripting or queries, sir.
See, there are actually two things, Ritesh. Okay, SQL Server development and SQL Server DBA. Development is completely purely if you want to develop your career as a developer, SQL Server developer, you can go for a developer. As a developer, developer will have a scripting language, completely scripting language. You have to write down lot of logics and all. You have to apply your brain. Okay, you cannot manage with 3 years, 4 years fake and all in the development side. The second part is database administration, DBA side. DBA side completely will be GUI, graphical user interface. Say for example, if I want to create any new database, I can create, right click on it, simply new database, a window will open, you can write the query, sorry, database name and all, it will simply ask some details, give the database name and all, like how you are creating a folders in your laptop, how you are creating files in your laptop, how you are copying files in your laptop. In the same way, simply I can give the database name, and if I click OK, automatically a new database will be created. But remember one thing, actually SQL Server don't know what is this GUI and all, but we don't know how to write the query to create the database. So this window, whenever I just gave some details here, once completely I gave the details, whatever inputs and all, if I gave here, automatically at the end of the day, it will be converted into a query. So no need to write the query from your end. It will only write for you. What you have to do, simply you have to give some inputs here. Once you just give the input, automatically it will create one query. Why? Because SQL Server doesn't understand any other language other than SQL language. But you don't know SQL language. How to deal with that? Simply go with the GUI. Whatever requirement is there, go with the GUI. The GUI itself will convert your requirements into a query, and that query will run at the end of the day on your SQL server. So it is going to fulfill your requirements like creating the databases and all. So mostly you will have one line, two line queries and all, nothing. See here, for example, here if I want to see the records in the, I want to open a database. Okay, you can open in two ways. GUI way is go to here, select the database, or else if you want to go by query, use evening batch. Okay, this is the query to open. See here, now it is showing morning batch, right? Whatever queries you are writing, it will run on morning batch database. If you want to open an evening batch using query, you can run this query. See here, it converted into evening batch, right? I want to, okay, see some records in the evening batch. There are some tables in the evening batch. I want to open one table. Select star from very simple query. Employee, like that. Okay, there is one table called employee in my evening batch. If I simply run this query, you can see, okay, update will come like this, means output will come like this, right? So this is how it is going to work. Okay, so no need of any scripting language for DBA. You can happily work with the GUI interface, but again, SQL server don't know what is GUI. Whenever you give any updates, any inputs and all, it will at the end of the day, each GUI interface is going to be converted as a query. Not only SQL server, see your Windows also don't know the GUI. Simply you are coming here, and if you are refreshing, right click, you are doing a refresh task here. Whenever you're doing refresh, what happens, your system is going to be refreshed. But Windows operating system don't know what is this refresh and all. When I click refresh, in the background one query will run to refresh the system, but we don't know that query, what query to run to refresh the system and all. Simply will come like this, and we are going to refresh like this. Automatically this action can be converted into a query. You will not do it, but the system is going to do that one. So everything will be like this only. So in the SQL server DBA part, you won't see more queries, more scripting and all. Just simply one line. Mostly you can see mostly one line kind of queries. You can simply, okay, remember this one line queries, right? Select star from employee, insert into table name employees, or else one line queries you can easily remember. Yes, of course, it is very difficult to write the logic and all. Lines and lines of coding you are not going to write. You are not going to entertain such kind of things in the database administration side. Fine.
Yes,
Clear,
sir.
Ritesh? Yeah. Any other doubts?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fine. So if no doubts, okay, if everything is clear, that's it for today. Okay, next class, remember, I am going to ask you the versions of the SQL server, versions of the Windows server, build numbers of the SQL server. That is the assignment that I am going to give you for the next class. Please, these are very basic information. You have to, okay, learn these things. Okay, these are very basic information and all. Okay, so in the next class, I'll ask you the versions of SQL server, Windows server, as well as the build numbers. Okay, right? If there is no questions and all, or if you have any questions, just ping me in my WhatsApp number. Okay, I'll be available always, right? With that note, I'm going to close the session for today.
You guys take care.
Thank you,
Okay,
man.
sir. Bye, sir.
Yeah,
Bye.
yeah, yeah. Bye.